Welcome back, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Tell me in the comments down below, what is your favorite aircraft that has been added to the game? Now, you can see in this clip here, we shoot a super high angle Mica missile, and it just connects with the target. The way we were able to do this was with the radar HMS lock, and this is 2 key binds that you need to bind to be able to use this. Now, this has been in the game for a while. Some people know about it, some people don't. Now, you will need to bind within visual range, and you also need to bind target lock. One thing people did not know, a lot of people just didn't realize, was that you need to actually target lock. You need to click target lock when you put the cursor over the target for the radar to actually lock the target. Now, there's a couple benefits to doing this instead of traditionally just locking someone with, locking someone with your radar, right? Traditionally, your radar doesn't point that high. I mean, you can angle it that high, but it's so much maintenance that you have to do. You might as well just not do that. So you can see on this high flying F-15, I just literally just look up, lock him, and shoot, and I fly super low to the ground. And because the Mica missile is a thrust vectoring missile, I don't even have to point the nose at him. The missile just climbs and pulls extremely hard and kills him. Another feature you can use is you can find targets with this. We all know the spotting system in War Thunder is spotty, pun intended. You can spam this, just spam click everywhere and find a target that way. Of course, you could just use the radar traditionally. There's very rare situations where you could just spam click and actually find a target with the HMS, but it is a possibility. But you can see here, I launch, and I start to go into a notch, but then I pull back into him because I see him, he's trying to evade the missile. And that's a really cool feature about this. You don't have to fully pull onto a target to kill them. Now, you can see in those clips, I mean, I wasn't in a notch whatsoever, but I wasn't going exactly like 100% hot on that target that I hit in the first shot, right? So that's one of the pros of this. You don't have to stay hot with a target, especially when they have better missiles that will reach you a lot quicker than the Mica will. We all know the Mica missile doesn't have the best range. It goes fast, but in terms of getting out and reaching targets, it's probably one of the worst for that. I would much rather use an AIM-120 or even an R-77. But in close range, this missile works wonders. I said a quote in my last video thumbnail or title, right? The Mica missile is basically too far to hit targets, right? Things are too far to hit or too close to dodge. So this missile is really good at close range, but when you're shooting at further ranges, it just doesn't work, and that's why you need to get close to people to actually kill them. The best way to do that is basically to just fly under them. Even if you're not abusing multipathing, people typically fly so high their radar is not angled down at you, they just won't see you. So essentially what you're doing is you're pulling a draft maneuver without actually pulling the draft maneuver. The Mica missile would be doing that. Not only that, the HMS does help you lock on to targets that you otherwise, sure, you can use the normal, the normal ACM mode, but this is just so much better because you don't have to point the nose at the target, you don't have to fiddle with the radar, it's point and click and lock. And you can see here that my wing is ripped off, and I was able to get an HMS lock on this target, and the missile actually impacts him. Now, granted, I'm not the best player, I'm far from it, and yet this is still able to help me greatly in the BVR mess that is top tier RB. Now, in terms of simulator battles, things are relatively the same. The only problem, or major problem I should say, is you cannot IFF with it. So the way you're going to use this, you're essentially using ACM mode, right? The little box that locks targets. You can lock friendlies with that, no problem. That's the problem. So with the HMS, if you point it in the wrong way with your head, you may lock a friendly and launch on a friendly. So that's why I advise you to IFF your targets, make sure it's a friendly or make sure it's an enemy, and then do what you will with that information. Now, in terms of this guy, this is an enemy. I locked him with TWS, and then I switched to HMS and killed him. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Take care.